Plays here, NiP going very quickly towards outer with Rez leading the charge. Simple has spotted him, but Get Right to open things up.
Zeus, immediate response, gets back into him. However, Rez gets Simple down early, which is a good kill to find in all forces as Forrest on a pistol, as always, finds a kill. It's Flamey. Falls to his wayside. Rez follows it up. Just sees remaining 1 HP against 4 at a bomb. Not a chance. NiP
Area of interest for NiP. He plays his position with the incendiary out, spots a pixel, and deploys the incendiary to get some time to work with. It's fine. He can stay on this position because they can't cross to upper, of course. If he goes down with an overextension, that could be round over. It takes so long for the backup to come in.
Zisk starts his way in, doesn't land the shot, but Rez will, jumping into the flames, unfortunately, leaves him exposed to Simple on the AWP. So he's already got 1 to his name if he wants to get confidence with the gun. Good way to start, but look at Exist. He's slipped up undetected, and Simple's no longer there to snap his reactions back over to the left side of the tanker. Flamey is left to go down with no one to trade it back. Zeus will eventually get there, but Forrest still keeps them in the lead on the NiP side. Good damage done from the M4, but it won't land the kill. And the bomb, therefore, has a chance to be planted, protected by Get Right in doing so. Unfortunately, he's a martyr, is Forrest. After putting the bomb down for his team, he will fall, and Edward brings it to a one-on-one with Draken. AWP on the high ground, Edward with 2 kills. Molotov goes in, but it's very early, no kids.
Very early.
But still, there will be 10 seconds more so with the smoke going down. He wants to bait him out as well. He's hoping that smoke will lead to a peek because he has to. He has to consider, but he never heard him touch the bomb. Shoots through the wickets somehow, and then beside the shoulder, Edward gets the shot. Does he have the time? I think just without the kit, so it will go Navi's way 3-1. It's gonna be close, but I think he's got it. Oh, dear God, that's close.
Doesn't get much closer than that. Draken just had to stay alive, but Edward bests him there. That was a round where they had no kids going into it. It seemed like it was done. NiP, like we said, seized just playing that incendiary play, but they push through the fire, take him down. If Draken hits that shot, of course it's over, but he didn't even have to be in that position. Could have fallen right back. Going to the next round here. Still a difficult buy for Na'Vi, even though they won the round. Recover the AWP for Simple, but you can see Famis out, UMPs as well. Lose this one, it's a double eco. NiP still a full buy. And I think we have a bit more aggression towards inside this time. Simple will be outside, but sees he's pushed towards that lower ramp with the UMP and actually gets the first frag as well. He got taken down by Rez in the previous and finds some redemption in round number 5.
Simple with patience, has the op at the ready. Toward Ivy. Edward rotates from Old Bomb. Op versus op in that direction, but Simple instead finds the kill toward Get Right. That's going to leave them down now. 2 men on the NiP side. Bomb, it waits in the halls above. Exist and Forrest head toward B. Full rotations, by the way. If there was ever a chance to try and fake back to a bomb site, this is it. No plant coming in because, again, bomb's nowhere nearby. But they've caused some confusion and some chaos as Forrest gets a second kill onto Zeus, but not enough. Flamey's there to pull it back and continue to have a lead on the Na'Vi side as a result. Draken on the AWP will get the call and information that they rotated, try and anchor the A site. But the distance between the two makes problems, especially with Simple on this angle. Staring straight down toward Pop Dog. Gets closer still on the AWP. And he's looking to hold the angle, swing out. Won't be able to pull in just fast enough to find it, but look beside him. Good shot from Simple. Down goes Draken. That's a good shot back from Exist, but it's not enough. It's only slight damage. Simple will hold back. They know exactly where Exist is and start to rotate back around onto him. Good first shot, but Edward try from Draken.
Wow.
Speaking of fast, Seized is looking great on the secondary op on this map.
Yeah, this is promising, I have to say, from Seized. Up around, that's a difficult shot to pull off like that. The flick works out, but why is Zeus doing that?
No need at all. You have an advantage.
That doesn't make any sense.
Zeus is the brains of this operation, and he certainly didn't use his there.
That's just suicide, crawling up the Pop Dog for no reason. You've got the man advantage, and now you have to fight back for that? That's bizarre. As to why Zeus would do that. Well, brings it right back into favor of NiP. A 4-on-4 certainly gives the T's an advantage, but not if they're walking through smokes like that. Get right, taken down by Edward, waiting by the dumpsters. 4-on-3 now. Now we recover the situation. Back towards inside. We did say they have got good inside executions, but not really much utility left over. Smoke for lower ramp. That'll be deployed momentarily. Flashbang as well. This will be their final move. The incendiary is perfect from C's. And it's going to set Flamey up quite nicely.
Trying to cut off Rez on the way through. Forrest. AK on entry. Needs an immediate kill when he arrives. Good shot from C's, however, to take down Drakens. So now he needs not only one kill, he needs all four. And he won't get that far. Flamey up close as well. Similar setup on rotation. After the first 40-ish seconds.
He killed him when he tried to boost on the brown
That's
holes.
even better. You're right. I thought it was on the ramp as we snap back over. That's a good scout by you because that's through the skylight. That's not easy to do. And you said that yesterday. It's not a common place to find a kill. Even better that you get it in reverse. Simple. Does find Exist on entry as well. That brings Flamey back in after the reload. Forrest gets him, but that's not much.
The inside actually proving to be very strong indeed.
Draken goes to the AK, and he's on the board with it. Gets Flamey pushing. Perhaps that'll encourage them to sit to AKs on the T side as Zeus has to way out by E-Box without his teammate to the right side, so hug the train so as not to be exposed. Caught pushing once up ladder. He could go back in again if he's not careful. Oh, smoke drawn at the exact time they push through. Somehow they don't see him. But Exist does get a trade. That could have been much better off for NiP. The jumping player does distill the aim of Simple, and Rez hits the shot. A good tandem play from NiP to give them a lead to walk toward a site and get a bomb plant from the hands of Exist.
Looking much better now for NiP. Flamey goes down first and hands a Draken, and then out the pop though they come. Could have all fallen apart. Didn't check that position. Lower ramp. Thinks better of it. Can hear footsteps now. This is brave. He's by himself, man. No backup here whatsoever. He goes down here for sure. Yeah, I feel like he heard so many footsteps. I feel like that was a poor decision towards the end. I think he should have fallen back and trusted his instinct.
So get right with the kill. Flamey, with flames thrown toward him, is going to spot from Skylight. There's a smoke down for a fast drop, and Edward is on his horse to try and get in position. Wide swing from Flamey. Only the one. The M4 insufficient. Hits the headshot on Exist, but it gets taken down. Forrest over top, though, does find Simple's AWP, but in the wrong fashion as he gets taken down, and it's suddenly just Draken remaining. Bomb is planted, but he needs to hit shots and hit them effectively. That will do against Simple. Molotov behind him means he's got to go aggressive. He's going to go back through it. No! Oh, no! He hit the wall. He almost stopped himself inside of it. 11 HP for Draken. Smoke on the bomb. It's planted high on the train, and Edward would have to jump toward it. Remember, he does have a kit as well. Pressure onto Draken, and he's going to try and swing. He's not going to be there in time. He's going to hold. Edward's already got the round. It's done with no contest. Forced out by the Molotov. No confidence left for Draken.
It is, isn't it? Oh, it's such a cool idea.
Draken's had enough of the Molotovs.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Good shot, Zeus, to start off against Exist, but Draken's still trying to spot anyone who dare push up Sandwich. Instead, it's his teammate that wants it, but Simple is fast, and Forrest is down. Simple continues to look for more with the AWP. Knew they were behind E-Box, but got tunnel vision, and Get Right was able to slip up immediately behind the quad position. Flamey looks back the same direction, but he's got so much in front of him. He's got problems as well because Edward's not exactly in the best position to support a crossfire. Even still, they combine to find Get Right with a tandem peek. That goes back the way of NiP on trades +1. And it's seized remaining. And he'll go
grouped up, run over the bomb side. He's alone towards inner once again. This time only with the SMG. He gets caught out this time. Could be a lot of trouble, but Draken now up against Simple. If he goes any further, but this time wins the battle.
Draken with the first shot. Flamey to try and respond. He's getting a little bit uncomfortable and pushed in by Get Right. Finds a quick frag, but so too does Zeus. In fact, doubly so on top of the bomb train itself. Finally smoked off. And Get Right inches in. Inches and tiptoes with the bomb. Oh, that crosshair doesn't matter. He goes for vision instead and tags him onto Rez. Contact fades away, but then goes back in. Realizes not hitting shots as they get closer. He's best off to be inside of the site. We'll have Get Right to watch the lower ramp, at least for entry point. But no face yet at B. Have to consider that this goes back toward A.
It will be the outside pins here. Smokes to be deployed. Bomb train and connector. Draken will have a chance to pick them off, but gets taken down by Flamey. Lovely shot there. 5 on 4 as they make their approach towards the bomb site. Bomb will be planted.
Forrest down the alley. He's not hitting. He's not connecting. 2 bullets left to do so. Not going to be enough as Simple puts him down immediately. Continues to be held well, in fact, because Zeus is on top of it. Flamey and Simple are combining for kills. It's Get Right in the control room, but he's got absolutely none of it. The power's out. And so too are going to be his lights as he walks back out to find Zeus. Patience as they jump again. 3rd time, not so much. Fires in, but fortunately for him, they're not close enough to capitalize. Simple and Flamey are. Down go Draken and Get Right. Massive amount of space created, but Forrest importantly finds not only 1 kill, but snaps back to find Edward. Drop the bomb on the first one as well. It's all down to Simple in a 1 versus 3. We know he's capable of finding 5, but I'm not sure it favors him in this situation. They know exactly. Sitting in the open. As soon as Edward arrives, that's exactly what happens. And as soon as Edward makes that call, so too does the bomb. They rush it back over to B based on a single frag. Get Right. He's held out. Seized has him down, and Forrest, although he's fighting valiantly on A, the action's on B. It's a simple kill from Edward. He just walked in, Draken.
Yeah. They have to still try and win this round. And unfortunately, exist the last player remaining in 3 versus 1 spray.
It is indeed where they do a lot of work. Edward finds Rez. CP and NiP, they were the nuke teams for many, many years. Zeus finally gets put down by Forrest, but that just allows Simple to get in position accordingly to take him down. Nearly looks away too soon. He's going to get caught out awkwardly on the AWP as a result of it. AWP won't matter for Exist. He's, oh, okay, fair enough. Gonna not amount to much. Not going to do anything about saving the round or the game. 16-6, quick and fast from Na'Vi as they dominate NiP and silence the home crowd.
Absolutely. Nothing really to... Yeah. Oh, more something towards heaven, I believe.
Bounced. I think that could have gone down a rafter. Yeah, it's high rafter on the high side of Hut, which is the hardest angle to peek on the way through. They still bust into the site. Draken's able to get the shot onto Seized. Wow. He follows it onto Simple, but he's lost his teammates, all of them. 24 HP to work with, Flamey and Zeus. The last 2 he has to find. Bomb down in the site as well. Oh, damage. It's Seized instead. That's going to be aggressive, and aggression catches him off. FAMAS down outside, keep note of it. They could grab it to utilize later on in the round, but Zeus gets found. I thought he was going to be ready on the UMP. Now the FAMAS becomes a real factor as Flamey gets 1, snaps to his left, but the gun comes back in. They still have the opening kill, but they'll back out NiP, and smartly so. A wise choice to go back to the other side, and a great read from Get Right, knowing that they would be rotating back through the vents, but doesn't see Edward behind the box, nor do they see Seized, who finds Rez. Leaving us in a similar situation to the last round, where the gun team, or the team with the purchase, has a 1 versus 3 to try and win back. Forrest starts off correctly.
I love this from Forrest. What an absolutely brilliant play there. Gets on top of the hut. Perfect angle for the ladder. Finds that kill as well. Now we've got a chance. 1v1. Forrest and Seized going at it. He fakes out the bomb plant and thinks Forrest.
Molotov bounce toward the rafters, which means Get Right is confident to rush out from the hut, but Seized is aptly positioned to shut him down. And Edward behind the doorway of the hut as they try to jump out window instead and join Forrest, who can't get shots. Many opportunities to do so. Play from heaven and rafters, watching the upper side. Zeus the only one still tasked outside, and he still has company. He knows that as well. He's heard the Molotov go towards Secret for a late peek, and a late peek he will achieve, but not quite so with good effect as Forrest. Hold the ramp side of the map at bay, because if he can keep them there, getting Simple as well on the AWP. He can create space for those trying to work the lower site from Secret. He's given up that position. He looks to go back toward the vents. It's still Flamey they have to deal with on the stairs themselves. Get Right is lurking like Get Right of old. Eventually found by Zeus, but 2 kills to his name. Space has been achieved. That was exactly the goal.
Yeah, that's really nice from Get Right here, but Flamey could be the saboteur.
Information, no less, that they are trying to transition, because a caught CT on the floor means only one thing. However, transition already made by Flamey. As mentioned, he is set and ready. Down he goes, but Simple has also made his presence felt and gets him behind the orange box. A tough position for Get Right to spot, or is it? Back out, catches him off. And it's Zeus to come back down the ladder next, but he's made noise in doing so. Bomb is planted before he can arrive. Good contact from Edward. Draken misses the shot on the op and can't jump away as decontamination. It only means one thing, and it's a straight face off. Finish that sentence, Henry. As Forrest gets taken down, and Exist pulls it back out from Squeaky, or Secret, excuse me, as he turns around. Get Right does respond. Seized is found, but Simple is fighting his best efforts. Can't do it. Swaps to the pistol. Flamey back out. It's still a 1-on-1 despite all the chaos. A great entrance from Squeaky from Exist. Flamey still holds the high ground. No bomb plant yet for Get Right. He's spotted as well. And I don't think Get Right saw him in return, so Flamey definitely has the advantage as Get Right thinks he's got the time. Flamey, he doesn't care about the extra money. One of them is likely to go there if they do throw them, and they have. They land. Zeus is forced off his position. So too is the Raptors covered off. It works to perfection. 3 Molotovs is all they need to find entrance, but not find Edward. Timing as he snips back out after they made the entry. He was overlooked. All they have to do is hold that on the ground. Simple. What? Okay, fair enough.
What's going on?
Scouts on her. Gonna continue to watch outside. Body shows. Body gets blown away. So does Rez. Thought about smoking off the corner. He'll pull the M4 instead. Pull the M4. But will he get shots? Not quite. Rez wins it instead as gives Exists the right of passage. Seized. Smoke down himself. Flash, excuse me. It sounded like a smoke pulled. Exist goes into it. It's a far too linear corridor to miss the shot, blind or not. Get Right, says confidence. Doesn't matter here, son. Don't you dare mess with a legend. Range USP shot takes him down. He backs off. It does mean the deagle's on the ground for someone with armor to pick up should they elect to get that far.
What?
Or close to it. Zeus finds
No way.
not only one, but also another as he snaps over
players,
but Zeus, he's still committed to rotating in. Forrest, a great shot. He'll one up above, and Draken finally gets the gap he's looking for when he went back up the vents and cut them off at the main entrance. He's gonna give up the angle and give up ramp in doing so. Self-preservation at this point in time, but his teammates have yet to rotate, and when they do, oh, Zeus. Inside the door, good read from Exist. That's important because now it opens up the vents for rotation. Flamey clears stairwell. They'll know that they're like to be in there. Good shot, Drake, and we don't catch it. It's Edward down, and it's Bomb that's on the deck as a result of it, so this becomes a problem. It's in the corner. They tried to go for the smoke plant. Better still, Exist. Not only did he catch Zeus waiting for rotations on a lurk, he's shut down the lower play. Watch the push from Draken. Now Zeus knows he's there. Now this changes it because Zeus, as you said, could turn around. Edward's already killed off the immediate effect in the site, and that's exactly what happens. As soon as Edward and Simple combine to find the kill, the immediate effect of the site itself, Zeus, he turns his obligation an element of surprise. From the ramp, planted in the smoke, back exposed. Perfect timing from Get Right, and they've got to work this together. They've both. It's the right play. AWP shows up. They almost lined it up. If he had taken the shot immediately, they might have had it, but they will combine.
Well, they seem to
Exist. Hides for a moment. No Molotovs on the Na'Vi side to move him from that position. Forrest is able to trade back, but so too does Na'Vi immediately after. Like too fast, arguably, as the shoulder peak didn't go all the way in. What a shot from Simple to read Get Right's rotation. Rez is trying to surprise from behind, but he's already given away the position. Bomb's not planted. That's a saving grace in it. Saving grace in that Draken's got a shot on Steez. They're in the open, but Draken can't find it. We find throwing smokes they've had more than a couple of weeks. Basic fundamentals they've had more than a couple of weeks.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Baited in! Yard, and could make his way, therefore, to heaven. Flamey has the big garage, so the only way he gets stopped is Forrest. And where does Forrest's attention go? Because he still plays at heaven, but is he going to watch out or have to switch to the inside position? Excuse me, that's entirely misleading. I was looking at the map. He's down below, so there's no one at heaven. Edward has free access.
Tension starts to mount now. Na'Vi get prepared to make their final play. Forrest comes up the vents.
Zeus has him. Oh, he does, and he whiffs. That's big for Forrest. Exist is already watching heaven, considering the fact that a wrap is possible. But Flamey takes down Forrest in the doorway. Exist has divided attention. Hopefully he can sustain all of that information at the same time. He certainly can.
Coming AWP, but Zeus. Lovely shot of the ramp. Gives them the advantage now. 45 seconds remaining.
Get Right still not moving. He should find Edward if he's not ready for it. But the question is, how soon does Edward need to move? Because the opening pick, he doesn't necessarily have to. Get Right does instead, but he still gets it. He's not ready for it. Oh, big shot that Draken could have easily picked up, but he just goes to the left of. And it's enough to open up the lower site for Na'Vi. They get Flamey in position behind the orange box, down through the vent. Forrest tries to trip himself up, but Seized shuts them both down. That's going to force Seized in. He knows he's going to be forced in too, so he can re-peek. He knows he has to be against the wall. A perfect lineup and a two-man advantage. Simple still with the opposition close to the nade's going to do massive damage. He just gets away. It only hits him for a fraction, and he stays on 84.
Now NiP can circle up on the bomb sites. Don't give a frag away. Forrest finds another. That should be it. We should be destined for overtime at this point. There's no time. Forrest hits home the final nail in the coffin, but Edwards fighting back here. 1 minute mark, and Rez needs to be very careful. They're coming in, and takes one down. He should get refragged here, though, for sure. There's a little damage towards C's there, but still, that's enough. Considering his position, I'm impressed he's still got 1 kill.
Good usage of outside again from Na'Vi to do a wrap, reverse side of ramp. It puts them in a position to take over lower.
Straken is down towards the lower side, though. What? The AWP.
He's still out towards Secret this time.
They can plant then. Yeah, and with the vent covered as well, this is looking very good for Na'Vi. Got Molotov, 2 Molotovs to work with. Flamey, chuck that Molotov now.
Yeah, if he holds off the vent with it.
Yeah, I'd be deploying that right now.
Fancies the gun instead. They go down, he looks away. It's the wrong time to look away. No Molotov and missed timing. First kill goes to NiP. 1 of 3 that they need to take back the site. Hole is intentionally blown in the door this time, so seized. As soon as that vent pops, oh, he fires early. Could fire back. I thought he would. He still steps out to find Draken. Simple gets Forrest. And it is Exist that has to hold off. Tries to slam it through the doorway, but misses the gap in the door itself. And the Molotovs, as you mentioned, were 2. Well, add that with Exist on top of the bomb. He's not had time to get the defuse. The round goes to get toward Draken. He's already lined up. He's gonna have no idea. Goes back into fire out toward aim with the flash. It actually pushed C's back. I wasn't sure he would find the angle, but Draken's not quite deep enough to the corner. And it is the play of wrapping around.
Got 1 player going towards Decon. That will be Get Right. The old veteran trying to hold off and deny this plant. 25 seconds remaining. Surely Na'Vi check this. Could be an open plant as well in the smoke. I can't deny it, but he is in position to do great damage here. It's not quite enough. 2 versus 1. Down to Rez, the new boy. But
as Edward, he knows, loves the position, sees the head, hits the head shot, but it's an M4. Draken instead gets Simple, so good damage onto Edwards, which he'll follow up. He realized he transitioned away. Still someone on top of Twinkie, as Forrest will get Zeus. It's all down to seized. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2. Bomb is in front of him. It's a tantalizing cross. Fake it out and pull Rez back in. There's the headshot angle. 1 out, 1 to peek it. No damage done in return, and he's done a massive amount onto Exist, which should amount to a kill, but Exist gets the better of it. You talked about the auto sniper. Talk about the auto sniper again. He's got a hat trick with it. Bomb goes down. The overtime gamble pays off for Flamey. As Exist struggles with 12 HP. They're going to try and reverse from under all the way back to ramp, but Flamey knows they're down there. He's already had the communication. If he gets an ace in overtime with an auto sniper, could you imagine? It's not going to happen. Rez at least denies that. But he won't go much further. Just Exist. When he's done that, he's actually pushed around.
Yep. Yeah,
he's going to be walking into lobby.
This could be sick.
Get Right with a smoke thrown by the CTs. Actually might be saved by it because he's going to be locked off in hut, but here comes Zeus. Watch the flank. Walks in. Down goes 1. Bomb dropped as well. It's the old school members this time. Get Right and Forrest. Forrest starts it off. Get Right adds to it. They have a chance. It comes down to an awkward brawl where Zeus gets pulled. I will be impressed, but not awkward at all for Exist. They walk into the upper side. Their take is great. Edwards sitting in the open, and last time he was good for 2. This time Rez wraps immediately and knows where he's playing from. We might have a second overtime on the cards as Forrest shuts down Seized.
He does indeed. He gives away his position with shooting as well, but he's going to find that kill for sure. The Rez and Exist chiming back.
Forrest does the same. Add 1 more to Rez's total. And check, please. It's just Flamey, but check again because he's got the first kill and the bomb down. There's 32 seconds to work with. 1 on Raptors, 1 on Hut. Both Molotov positions in the past from NiP, but this time not looking that direction. Instead, they funnel him. Doubt goes that far, and Reed's even better than Flamey walks behind him. Because he was always going to be baited into lower, but it was Flamey.
He's almost certainly going to execute, or is he?
Oh, the flick. And again, flashes high in the sky. Seized, close in the smoke. He's going to go behind them. Oh, they have no idea. This is massive for Seized. He walks in and waits. Only gets 1. He loses the other, but this break. He's hurt as well. Oh, blind. Get Right. Get Right. He waits. He waits. Get Right is a master. Simple puts him down.
This is something to behold, but we're not done just yet. Draken fights back with CZ and gets 1 with the AWP as well. 1v1. They know where Draken is.
This is what they're presented with on the Swedish side. Gun barrel shows Forrest. Gets them down at least in with 1. Flamey responds double. He walks out. Seized is in the mix as well.
Wow.
Breaking down. Look at the entrance. The best upper entrance they've had all game, and Rez is his best guess. Inside of the smoke, it's Get Right, though, that reads off of it and finds Flamey. Multiple smokes down. Zeus has made his way back onto the stairwell that he's claimed many times. Forrest knows that. And with Rez to support the control room door, he's comfortable in sitting and watching it to make sure no one will push through. I say that, but he's got to look back because the glass is being broken from control room. And Rez, that's the one angle he does not have. Forrest instead shuffles forward to not be exposed. Makes good work of it. Draken and Rez do as well. It might be done, and it is. NiP! Forced map 3! And Malmo's delight, they spring to life. We've got one more on the cards in what is a rematch of our finals just to get through to Sunday this year.
Well, after being 13-5 down, it's NiP giving their absolute all there. Double overtime victory.
Toward the jungle. Zeus knows they're inside of the site. Simple, edging in. Low HP can dissolve back through the smoke. It actually almost favors him, but they find out where he's gone. They figure it out. Flamey goes for the long target, even though there's one in front, hoping that he would hit the hard shot first before being detected, but it took too long. And he gets traded back by Forest immediately. As Rez does well to find Seized. Still no bomb plant. It has been recovered. It's in the hands of Exist. Forest needs to protect, and he does well to do so. They know exactly where Edward is as well on 7 HP. Goes now. And it'll land all the way back.
Set piece here with the SMGs. Deploy the smokes, try and find some room, and room they shall find. Get right, takes down Flamey.
It's a smart entrance with the SMGs. Double that up. Exist as well has found Zeus. So now with both AKs still up and in position, they've upgraded onto M4s. I shouldn't say both. Rez was down early, but they still have 2 more rifles to work with. The Seized takes 1 back at the very least, but they still have to get a sight back. Edward fast on the flank. Spotted out, nade drawn. Forest is in position to keep Get Right well and truly alive, but only on 2 HP. Simple has it all to do again. Seized is gone.
Wow.
Draken has got him with the Mac 10. Simple, that's quite quick, but has to go for more. Over to Tetris.
Oh!
Hits the shot on Forest, and it's a flank rotation from Get Right. Simple has no idea, if he did, a full chance to hold the defuse. He doesn't have a kit, but it would have been his best bet. 2 HP, 2 HP, and he goes back to the
Get
off.
part of the action and blocked by his own teammates, but hitting the shots. There we go, finds Get Right.
4 in a row for Simple. Easily look for more, but Rez finds one in return. Flamey steps back up, and Simple continues to roll on the AWP. You should not have left it in his hands. He'll make them pay. Off goes that direction instead. Good response from Exist to trade immediately onto Edward after he found Rez. And there's uncertainty in the Na'Vi camp. Bomb's still way back toward Horseshoe and Spawn, but they're rotating over to B early.
Yeah, need to be very careful now. Everyone's so isolated, but Forest finds them the lead once again. 35 seconds here. Get Right will collect the bomb and Spawn, but Simple, he's still alive. A rare miss from him. And now a chance for Draken to get closer, but denied.
But this confirms both players are on B. He saw both before going down, so they can run the bomb. Because it was so far away, it still gives a chance for a retake. And Simple's posted with an op with vision.
They've got a smoke for connector as well. There it is.
Never peaks, thankfully, and you're right. The smoke goes down. They have to push in. Simple had the deagle drawn in case anyone was close, but they're both approaching from jungle. Get Right, having planted. Simple, with a sniff of a shot, tries to fire in and clip him behind the box, but won't do so. That gives away that the op at least has come from that position, but they don't realize he slipped up so far, and it's all on to Forest. I said the retake was possible. It certainly is now. He's the only one left. Close, and Simple's aware of it, so he holds the tightest angle that he can, and it's the fastest shot that he dare to find Forest. He's lost Zeus in the process, and the bomb being planted on the outside of the box is not wallable from that position, at least not to great effect. As Get Right is able to close down, it's Edward that runs back in. Simple, he's gone. He's found by Draken, but Get Right's found in the open by Edward. Fast to strike. He's got 3 kills. He knows exactly where Draken is, as well as bomb is still down. Planted well in the open, though. He's going to have to take the fight. That's exactly what he wants to do. Shoulder peek, but the flames won't give him the angle to do so, which means they jump around the corner, and Seized has nowhere to go. Nowhere at all except 6 feet down, as Edward is already about 6 feet down. The ladder room, it indicates they want catwalk. Catwalk indeed. That's where Rez comes in from. Edward, combined with Seized, is able to not only get 1 kill, but follow it up as Flamey assists. Right, makes his way toward the jail. He's the warden. And Simple goes down. It's just Zeus remaining.
Taking another 70 HP. That's not ideal. Actually quite significant up against the M4s. Means if a ding comes in, he will actually just die straight away instead of surviving. Underpass, he'll head as Zeus finds the first shot, and Edward chiming in as well. The boost from the short area working out very nicely, but Forest does find a kill in return. But look at it. Get Right.
Back to the window, smoke deployed. It's gonna run back through. So quick, you said fast? He's already through the window. Zeus has no idea as Flamey goes back to the AWP. I thought he might have gotten to. Simple does have the op in exactly that position. My goodness, they've not smoked him. They've got to be so careful about this. Now they'll get the smokes and flashes out. They're fortunate that Simple's missed 2 shots, but Rez Exist. They'll grab all else, and Simple's no-scope magic is worn off. The RNG is finally...
And Zeus has to work hard here for the kills. Pushes through, making footsteps here. Somehow out-duels Get Right there, and Seized does as well. He finds... No
need for the CTs to do so. Repeat by Simple. Now they definitely don't need to do so. 5 versus 3. Seized has means of keeping hidden as he looks for aggression in middle. Draken is set. The one smoke I'm not sure that I remember. I think that lands in front of the door on the back side of the square, behind the bomb plant position. It's thrown, it actually goes to the window. Okay, so he's actually covered off immediate window effect, which means they can cross past the windows from the apartments with confidence and get set to find Edward. It's exactly what they do. Good execution. Double archway smokes as well. Limits everywhere except the door at the back of the site and jail if they were to walk in, because a Molotov was used also on the van. It's very clean from NiP.
Defend. It's looking good for Na'Vi though, but Draken, even better, finds the first headshot.
Back out of the harm's way, does get right as well, knowing that they're pushing out of the position that he's just currently trying to hold. And I say trying because Flamey's already found the shot. Exist! Gets one back the other way, so does Forrest. I said if they were in the woods, they had him on his team. He's gonna jump up on the box, naturally, to see Vision and Vision of Zeus, which he eventually finds. He's made one step too many, and Rez says, no way, 7 HP, you're not gonna be sneaky about it. But Simple's still gonna fight on. Inside of the site, 2 kills, AK in hand, and over the top, it's Rez.
They have to force buy again.
In they go, get right ready, flash high behind himself so he can still peek and hopefully blind them up trying to find him in doing so. Goes back in forward of the smoke, just forward, sees the guns walking toward him and sprays them. Brilliant shot back to Palace. And a shot from Seas to take out Forrest is about the last hope for Na'Vi as they continue to walk in, giving them a substantial chance of wrapping up the game early and often as Edward goes back in.
Another set piece off the bat. Forrest in position with the CZ. Could shut something down. Exists. Takes the attention away at least. It's happening! The Deagles are going to work!
They've got 2 and Forrest is behind. They walk directly behind him. And Seized is able to get it back! One track on up catwalk. He has that noise information. Good find for Forrest. It's 1, but it's a trade that's going to help Rez's chance in the corner. They pre-fire it, and that means he can't do much more. Not only that, they found a kill against the Baguette Right. Still made it in. 17 HP. They break Na'Vi here, and they pretty much wrap it all up, but it's all down to Drake, and first find is successful on Simple. AWP still in position, bomb's not planted, flash out, didn't catch him! He's got the bomb down, Flamey! He knows where he is! Draken's at it again with the AWP, they go down, Forrest has to be careful, they give away 1 kill already to Pistols. That will secure, or will it, an M4, because they want it, and they give up the position to cover off. One rifle picked up to go along with Pistols. Seized knows it. He's trying to protect the bomb they've planted, goes wide into the round. So they have a chance that Simple secures by taking down Get Right there to support, and in turn he also has to cover off window as Draken backs off and is found. They didn't have eyes on Connector. Forrest didn't make his way to the cinders fast enough, so it's Exist's task instead. He'll be smoked, but he's close enough to the smoke. This gap, they have no idea. It's existing as Exist fires through it. He gets Edward as well. Get Right will be smiling ear to ear knowing that he's got more confidence watching just the front of the site and no one will run down the bench to his position. Forrest spots into firebox, it sees dropped. Bomb down as well as a result of it. A minute to work with, but it's all the kills going NiP's way. Get Right steps out. Simple with an op and a no-scope and a close shot, but Get Right secures. 16-8. In what turns out to be one of the best matches in a long time.
That was fantastic. The defending champions here, DreamHack Malmo, it looked like they were done. After Train, we thought that'd be the clean 2-0. Then 13-5 down. That almost